So this is my MX5 Mk3 2007, and I'm replacing the backing plate at the rear of the disc, and I guarantee a car of that age, and indeed even younger, you will end up with a disc something like this. This is the new one, and it can be a devil of a job to replace. There are a few problems involved. One is that on a car of this age, I guarantee you'll be trying to undo various fixings that have never been released since the car left the factory. This bolt here is particularly difficult to do. And this one is even worse. And also you've got to withdraw the complete assembly, and you have to remove the hub, which entails the use of a press. I'll just take this disc off. I've already taken the caliper off. The original disc you can remove with the careful use of an angle grinder, or, as was the case here, you can more or less just tear it off. But the issue is, the new one won't go in, so I'm going to do a modification. I'm going to cut a slot at the narrow section of that backing plate, and I'll show you why in the next little clip. So this is the next stage. I've actually removed a section of the disc. That can be done with an angle grinder. That slot is 75mm wide, and the idea is that I'll be able to slide it over the back into position, and I propose to fix it with 3 self-tapping screws. So I've pre-drilled 3 holes in the little flange, equidistantly spaced out. That's the one underneath. That's the section that are removed. There we are. The disc is in position. Can be a little bit tricky, but with some careful manipulation you can get it in. I'm going to fix it in 3 positions, equally spaced out, to secure the disc to the hub, and I'm going to use 3 self-tappers. These are 3.5mm diameter, and they are 4mm long. I've no problems in drilling and fixing these because the casting will not be compromised. It's a high integrity cast piece of alloy, so the strength won't be affected in any way. The drill I'm using is 2.75 mil, and like I say, that's going to be drilled in 3 positions to a depth of no more than 5 mil. I'll show you that in a second. The gap you see there is more or less covered up when I put the caliper back on, so the amount of metal or tin that are removed from the backing plate is negligible really. That's the backing disc in position. I've just put a dab of black paint on the self-tapping screw heads and the exposed bare metal that I've cut out of the backing plate. There we go, that's the job done. A couple of things I would say just to be aware of. When you fit the backing disc to the hub, make sure that the hub is clean and free of any evidence of any galvanic rust. It's important you get a nice snug fit between the flange of the backing plate and the hub. The other thing, which is fairly obvious, is to make sure that the disc is orientated so that when you put the caliper back on, it fits like that. Both discs on this model of car are identical, so once you've cut one disc you can use it as a template to cut the other. That's about it for now. Oh, incidentally, 12 self-tapping screws and 2 spare drill bits cost me £3.60.